You've been lied to. Right now, sitting in your fridge, probably something you bought with the best of intentions, is a food that's masquerading as a health hero while secretly working against your heart. We've all been told to eat our vegetables, and for good reason. But what if I told you that not all vegetables are created equal? That one, in particular, this one right here, might be doing more harm than good when it comes to your cholesterol and your arterial health. And no, before you panic and throw out your entire salad bowl, it's not lettuce, it's not spinach, and it's definitely not broccoli. The vegetable I'm talking about is praised by fitness influencers, found in every diet meal, and is a staple in health conscious kitchens worldwide. But beneath that healthy reputation is a truth that could be quietly clogging your arteries. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which vegetable to reconsider and the simple, delicious swaps you can make today to protect your long-term health. We need to talk about the great vegetable deception. For decades, we've put certain foods on a pedestal. We see them as inherently good, guilt-free, and always beneficial, but this black and white thinking is where we go wrong. The vegetable in question is often celebrated for being a great source of certain vitamins and for being a complex carb. You've probably been told it's a smarter choice than bread or pasta. And that's true, to an extent. The problem isn't the vegetable itself in its whole natural form. The problem is how our bodies process it, and more importantly, how we typically prepare and consume it in the modern diet. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing because it wears the label vegetable like a disguise, allowing it to sneak into our meals unchecked. While its metabolic effects can be surprisingly similar to the refined sugars and simple carbs we actively try to avoid, this isn't about creating fear around whole foods. It's about empowering you with the knowledge that context, quantity, and preparation are everything. So, what is this mysterious veggie? Let's dive into the science and connect the dots. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the science of stealth. This vegetable's secret weapon is its high starch content. Now, starch is a complex carbohydrate, which sounds good, right? But here's the catch. Not all complex carbs are digested at the same speed. This particular vegetable is made up of amylopectin, a type of starch that is incredibly efficient at breaking down into glucose in your bloodstream. In fact, some varieties can have a higher glycemic index, GI, than table sugar. That's right. A vegetable can spike your blood sugar faster than a candy bar. Why is this so bad for your arteries? It's a chain reaction. A rapid blood sugar spike forces your pancreas to release a flood of insulin. Insulin's job is to shuttle that glucose out of your blood and into your cells for energy. But when the spike is too high, too fast, your body's response can be overzealous. This often leads to a sharp crash in energy later, making you crave more quick energy foods. But more critically, that excess glucose in your blood, when it's not needed for immediate energy, gets converted into triglycerides, a type of fat. High triglycerides are a key player in building up plaque in your artery walls, a process known as atherosclerosis. So, you're not eating a greasy burger, but your body might be creating the same damaging fats from what you thought was a healthy side dish. It's a metabolic trick that keeps you in a vicious cycle. But the plot thickens even further when we look at how this vegetable gets from the farm to your fork. And this brings us to the biggest problem of all, the journey from farm to artery. In its whole natural form, this vegetable does contain fiber, which can help slow down that blood sugar spike we just talked about. But let's be real, how often do we eat it like that? The modern food industry has turned this humble veggie into a public health enemy number one. It's peeled, which strips away a lot of its fiber. It's boiled and mashed into a paste that's easily digested. It's sliced ultra-thin and deep-fried in inflammatory oils to become chips. It's baked and loaded with butter, sour cream, and bacon bits. We've taken a potentially neutral food and engineered it to be a hyper-palatable, calorie-dense, nutritionally empty vehicle for fat and salt. This processing destroys its moderating fiber and amplifies its worst qualities, turning it into a direct pipeline to triglycerides and arterial plaque. The vegetable itself isn't the sole villain. It's the collaboration between its innate starchy nature and our terrible preparation habits. It's the ultimate bait and switch. We order a side of this veggie instead of fries, thinking we're being good when we're often still getting a metabolically disruptive food. But don't worry, because you don't have to give up flavor or satisfaction. You just need to know how to pivot. Okay, so what's the solution? Do we just never eat this vegetable again? Not necessarily. It's all about strategy and smart swaps. The goal isn't to create deprivation, it's to upgrade your choices for better health without sacrificing enjoyment. First, if you are going to eat it, preparation is everything. Opt for boiling or steaming and eat it cooled. Why cooled? This process actually creates something called resistant starch, which acts more like a fiber, slowing digestion and benefiting your gut microbiome instead of spiking your blood sugar. A potato salad, for instance, can be a better choice than a baked potato. But the real power move is to pivot to superior alternatives. For that starchy, comforting texture, you can't beat cauliflower. Riced cauliflower is a phenomenal substitute for grains. Mashed cauliflower with a bit of garlic and olive oil is creamy and satisfying. For a fries alternative, try jicama sticks or baked sweet potato fries. They have more fiber and a lower glycemic impact. Carrot noodles or zucchini noodles, zoodles, are incredible replacements for pasta. And for a hearty grounding element in soups and stews, try turnips or parsnips. These swaps are not just empty substitutions. They are nutrient-dense upgrades packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber that actively support heart health instead of undermining it. But this is just one piece of the puzzle. What other so-called healthy habits are secretly working against you? Now that we've cracked the code on this one vegetable, it's time to zoom out. Because this isn't an isolated incident, it's part of a bigger pattern in the wellness world where healthy labels hide unhealthy truths. Take fruit juice, for example. It's often marketed as natural and nutritious, but it's essentially sugar water, stripped of the fruit's beneficial fiber. You're drinking the glycemic spike of multiple oranges without any of the moderating fiber. Then there's the low-fat trap. To make low-fat yogurts and snacks palatable, manufacturers load them with added sugars and artificial ingredients, which are far worse for your metabolic health than the natural fats they replaced. And even exercise has a hidden edge. While crucial for health, chronic intense overexercising without adequate rest can increase cortisol levels, leading to inflammation, weight retention, and even cardiovascular stress. The lesson here is critical. Don't take a health halo at face value. Always look deeper at the ingredients, the processing, and how a food or habit actually makes your body feel. True wellness is about nuance, not dogma. So, to recap, it's not about fearing one specific vegetable. It's about understanding how its starch impacts your body and how modern processing makes it worse. It's about choosing smarter preparations and powerful swaps like cauliflower and sweet potatoes. And most importantly, it's about applying this critical thinking to everything you see in the health aisle. If this video shifted your perspective and you learned something new today, then do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that cuts through the health noise. That click really helps us out. Thanks for watching. Stay savvy, and we'll see you in the next video.